So, Mr. Marcel, how do you feel about being in Oklahoma City?
Yeah, that's always good. Always good to see my homeboy Manny. People here are cool. I had fun last time I came, even though like a lot of people come to the venue. But somehow, for some reason, like my name rings a bell here in Oklahoma, and I think that's only because like some of my friends, they've spread the word, which I appreciate them so much for. Like my homeboy Manny. So it's always good to be here. I can tell it's gonna be a good show and all that.
So let's just rock this thing and have a good time, fam.
Always, man, always. It's like a switch. Time to turn on the light, you know?
Alright, that's what's up, man. We're in the Paseo in Oklahoma City. This is your boy Manny saying peace out, fam.
But like, they just been itching at me, for real.
I appreciate that, for real. I tell them this is my country too. From sea to shining sea, I pledge allegiance to a trail of blood where men were once kings. And write poems for the kind of people that would die for the type of leaders that in turn wouldn't even take a bullet for their own believers. And I tell them this is my country too. Where the spirits of natives hone us for vaccines, and oil men become president just to hike up the price of gasoline. And politicians bail out companies like Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, but won't provide you with the income to get your own house back. So pardon me. I tell my teachers maybe we got more in common than you may think, because your heroes that had Boston Tea parties were nothing less than freedom fighters most men call terrorists. And sometimes you lose patience, and it only takes one man to move a nation, like Nat Turner, buckled down in chains, just hours before the Southampton slave massacres, in the cotton fields, smirking at the housemasters, and thinking to himself, they have no idea what's about to happen. Midnight's the best time to catch them relaxing. Grab your guns, time to run, kick down the door and separate the women and children, and put the barrel in his mouth, and watch him mumble, go back to Africa just before you let the clip out. But just before his family hears the sounds, you make sure you tell him, but this is my country now. And sometimes you lose patience. It only takes one woman to rebuild her nation. So I follow the slang of runaways on underground pathways. When you hear the dogs, keep going. And when you get to the north, you make sure you tell them, just like the soldiers before them, the way that they left them in Vietnam or Iraq, whether they're a patriot or they walk around with a rag of a bird of American flag. This is my country too. Whether we're in Los Angeles or Memphis, Tennessee, we'll burn this bitch down for our kings. Walk up in Sacramento State Senate like Black Panthers with artillery, with the same passion as a governor from Arkansas who once believed in segregation so hard he would call the state's National Guard, just like Klansmen that burn crosses on the yards. I tell them this is my country too, just like black men that hung from trees like fruit, with seeds that would sprout and blossom and grow just to hang there too. To the lies my teacher told me in school, to the people so quick to pat themselves on the back for this country electing a black president, just so they can say racism doesn't exist. I tell them, oh yeah, well take a look at the hate mail I still get. They still talk about hanging me from tree limbs, still tell me to go back to Africa even though it's a place I've never been. So I tell them, I may not be your American, I may not look like your hero or your role model, but just like the face on the dollar bill you praise, it only takes one man to move a nation. So I tell them like natives, I tell them like American-born slaves. There's a trail you can trace all the way from the White House to the railroads in the South, and it's buried deep, thick of the roots, the blood of men who died, for me to be able to say that this is my country too.
I know they give me respect, even before walking the venue, they see it's tatted on my neck.